Well, hello there! Welcome back to the channel. Well, you better grab yourself a guitar because it is once again time for another installment of Alright, so today's lick is basically going to be two basic blues concepts, sped up, played with some pretty fancy shred techniques, so I'm calling them blues licks on steroids. Anyway, I promise these concepts aren't exactly difficult, and even these patterns are dead simple, so it shouldn't take you too long at all to learn these and then start putting these into your own playing and improvising later on. So enough jibber jabber, let's get playing. Alright kids, so today's rapid lick is nothing too insane. This is going to be using pretty much just your pentatonic scale in D minor, and we're going to throw in the blue note a couple times here just to make things fairly spicy. So D minor pentatonic, box shape number 1, we're going to use that note right there on the 15th, which is out of box shape 1 and over into box shape number 2. And of course the blue note, as you know, is a flat 5, so if that's D, you know that a flat 5 will be right there. That note located right there. So kind of your A flat, if you're thinking of it that way, or a G sharp, doesn't make any difference. But anyway, enough about that stuff. The entire sequence, played slowly, will look and sound kind of like this. Something kind of like that. Or of course you saw me on this before like this, with the tap up there. Either or is fine, they don't really make much of a difference, just choose whatever one works for you, they're both the same. But anyway, so for the first piece, the first lick here, we're going to be doing, of course, this in the regular old pentatonic box shape number 1 using D minor pentatonic, plus that note up there, which would be on the 15th fret of your high E string. And all we're going to be doing is descending in 5s, right? So thinking pentatonic, moving down the pentatonic scale, starting here on the 15th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And then go back over here to the 13th fret and just do the exact same thing moving through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then come back up here onto the 13th of your B string, and you got it, guys. Back through there 5 times. And I end that phrase just by grabbing this note right here, which is the 10th fret on your G string. Put some vibrato on there. Nice sounding note, of course, because that is the minor third of D minor. That kind of relationship. Okay, so that entire lick up to this point looks like this. That's the first lick. That's all there is to it. Now, I've made this a little bit more complicated, as you saw in that first phrase that I played at the beginning of the video when I'm blazing through this. You might notice that everything is picked and it sounds a lot more aggressive. You could play this, of course, just with all pull-offs if you want. That sort of thing, moving all the way through if you like. That's fine, sounds fine, but it doesn't sound as aggressive. So what I'm doing is I'm going basically alternate picking, and on my string changes, I'm switching to economy picking. So it'll be like this. Down, up, down, up, down. And the next note starting the next sequence, we'll start on a down stroke as well. Kind of continuing off the down from the B string onto the down on the E string. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down stroke all the way through to that, and that starts the next phrase. So you could look at it kind of like this. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And you can finish that with another down. And that's the entire phrase, okay? So that's all of the first section, or the first lick within this multiple lick blues shred afterburn sequence thing. That kind of thing. All right, so the second part of this turbo blues sequence is that thing, and I promise this is dead simple. So folks, what I want you to do, you know, right here, of course, on your 10th fret of your big E string is a D. And of course, you know, that's where the first box shape starts. But we're not gonna do that. What I want you to do is play the one right below that. So we're gonna be playing below this D here. We're gonna be playing the C note, which is located on the 8th fret of your E string. And I want you to play that once. Hammer on to the D on the 10th fret, like that. Come down onto your A string, play the 8th fret there, slide up into the 10th fret, so back into box shape number 1, and then once you've slid from there to there, what I want you to do is hammer on, just like that. So basically just hammering on from the 10th to the 11th to the 12th. And you can hear that already sounds super bluesy, and the reason for that is that note right there, which is the blue note I was talking about earlier. So this is the blues scale, or the blues pentatonic scale, if you will. So that little phrase all together looks like this. Right? Okay, now to make this really easy, because I don't want to overcomplicate this and think too much, what I've gone and done is basically taken this pattern and repeated it. So we know that we started right there below the D, so 7th of the scale degree, which was a C note. So let's find ourselves another C. There's one right there. So after you've done, jump over here onto the D string at your 10th fret, and we know that we're on a C, and just do the exact same pattern. Don't change anything. Okay, you follow me? Same thing, just repeats. So up to this point. Okay, and yeah, you got it. We're gonna do the exact same thing, but we gotta find the nearest C, and of course, due to the tuning of the guitar, instead of it being where you think it would be, it's right there on the 13th fret of your B string. So play that, and repeat the pattern. Okay, so all together up to this point, here's what we have. Okay, and from here you do the big ass bend. And resolve just like that. Now the bend I'm doing here is a full step and a half, and the reason for that is if you do just a regular full step bend, you're bending to that note right there, which is a B, which is not really in the key we're using. So we want to avoid that to make sure we don't sound like poop, okay? So big step and a half bend. Just like that. So that note right there, to a C. We're bending to a C. You can think of it that way. Now what I'm doing there is I'm resolving right here to the 15th fret on your B string, which is the D. We're in D minor. It sounds good. You could do that. Or you could do like the big bend I played in the beginning video, and end right there by throwing a tap down on the 22nd fret, which is a D, and we're in D minor pentatonic, so that all works and sounds good. All right, so that last piece all together should look and sound kind of like this. Good. And of course, you probably already noticed I'm doing this all legato. You can alternate pick this or economy pick this if you like. Personally, I like legato. It flows a little bit nicer to my ear, but of course, there's no harm in doing it all alternate pick if you like. Whatever works for you. All right, now that we got both parts sorted out, let's put it together and play through it slowly. Okay, a little bit quicker. Oh, you know what time it is? Maximum effort. Anyhow, there you go. There you have it. Those are my two shred licks, which aren't really shred licks, just classic blues standard licks that we've converted into blues licks on steroids using a little bit of economy picking, as well as some slick legato. We're targeting flat 5 notes and getting in bed with the devil. Good stuff. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you enjoyed the licks. If you did enjoy the lick lesson, if you learned anything, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and help the channel grow a little bit. And as per usual, just keep on shredding and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye for now.